I asked Gianna if anyone had offered to make a toast tonight, and I was surprised to hear everyone had, and immediately volunteered, and then was like super stressed about it, because how can one person encapsulate the spirit, the energy, the sheer force of the universe that is Gianna? We all know how special she is. Yesterday I figured out that Gianna and I have known each other at least 24 years.
Oh my God, you're only 25.
Lies.
You're only 26.
I know. Some of you know me. Some of you know me as Gianna's birthday twin, because 3 out of every 4 years we share the same birthday. Hers on the 29th. Mine's on the 1st. So most years she tries to steal my birthday, but I forget her for that.
Happy birthday! Happy birthday!
Happy birthday to
Thank you.
Dad!
It is my birthday. I was not going to steal that moment for myself. But yes, it is. So over the years, we've thrown some pretty awesome birthdays together, and let's be honest, Gianna does like 90% of the work, and then I show up and ride her coattails and invite all my friends, and it's super cool by proxy. But a lot of you probably don't know me that well at all, and that's because even though Gianna is like one of my closest and bestest friends, we've always had different social circles to some extent. And part of that is because even though we went to the same high school and the same college, she's a year younger than me, but also because even though we're very alike in a lot of ways and we have this very deep, meaningful friendship, we are also so different. Honestly, I don't know that meeting us, most people would ever expect us to be friends at all, but we're actually super close. Whereas, like, I'm very logical and kind of a late bloomer in terms of the whole self-awareness thing. Gianna's deeply spiritual and intensely self-aware. And while I focus my work on analytical, evidence-based corporate work, Gianna's always been intensely creative, and she's always surrounded herself with really creative people, dreamers, visionaries. Not to say that she's not fiercely motivated, because she is, and she's taught herself a number of skills, but I'm not at all surprised to see that she's now found her true calling as a healer, because Gianna is probably the most intuitive and emotionally sensitive person I know. But just to put into perspective how truly different our friend groups are, for the first party that we planned together, Gianna was texting me about themes, and she's like, vaudeville circus. Super easy, everybody has an outfit for that. And first of all, I had to Google what vaudeville circus was, because I had no fucking clue, but also called her immediately, and I was like, Gianna, like, no, like, people do not have costumes for this, like, just in their closets. And she was like, your friends don't have, like, just flapper dresses? Everybody has a flapper dress. And I was like, no.
You do now, though.
So what we ultimately went with was a pop and tags party, which is basically like a thrift store party, and everybody has something to wear to that, including my friends who don't have vaudeville circus attire on standby. But I love how different we are, because Gianna brings so much depth and reflective perspective into our friendship and my life. Because that's the thing about Gianna, like, you're kind of magical. And when you're hanging out with her, she kind of brings you to this alternate reality where people are basically both good, or if they're not, fuck them, which I'm fully on board with. yes, we're all a little mad here. But if you listen to Gianna, there's a lot to be learned about the madness and even the really hard times in life, because the universe has a plan for us. Her resilience has been tested countless times over the past 25 years I've known her. And yet, her inner light shines as bright tonight as ever before. In part because she's found a great love, and makes her very happy. So thank you, Lucas. Today, though, we are here on the actual day of Gianna's birthday, as she turns the right old age of 10. Can you hear me? Okay.
Yep.
Each of us in this room can likely name 1 or 10 times Gianna's shown up for them at a time it really mattered. Because that's what she does, not just words, but in actions. She accepts people, she takes them for who they are. I can guarantee that she would get in a car and drive hours anywhere to bail you out, bury the body, and not ask a single question. She'll put a headlamp on in the dark and help you scan your car for trackers, asking you how. Because that's just the kind of ride or die friend she is. We've shared many adventures, secrets, hard times, good times, accomplishments. And I don't see that stopping anytime soon. She's one of the strongest, most resilient women I've ever met, and I'm very honored to wish you a very happy 40th birthday.
Thank you, and